Early next week, we're going to see a cold blast surge south and east, covering the whole East Coast, and at the same time, we're going to have warmth in the west. A very, very big pattern change here, and we're going to cover that and everything else in this video. So here's our system in the west. It's kind of our precursor to the real big system as we head into tomorrow. We've already seen some rain from this already regular atmospheric river, and this next one is just gonna dump rain over there. We also have some total accumulated precipitation in the future, so we'll look at that too. But here's what we're really gonna see here is maybe a little bit more snow as we head into tomorrow over here in the northeast. And here's the clipper we're talking about. This is kind of happening because of this precursor here, and it is going to become a clipper, bring some snow into Canada and up into upper New York and the rest of the upper northeast here. It's going to be pretty quick moving. It'll be out of here by late on Thursday and completely out of here by early on Friday. And after that, we're going to have another system as we head into the weekend. This is going to bring some of our cool air that we're going to look for next week. But this is only just the first system that is going to try to bring it down. This system actually might bring some severe weather in the central east Ohio River Valley. And after that, we're going to see our system that is kind of going to act like a clipper again. But it's most likely going to bring a band of heavy snow somewhere in the Great Lakes region. And then combine with some moisture from the south and become a small snowstorm up here in the northeast. This is going to be our first real snow to a lot of people. And as you can see here, we have a bunch of cool air dipping down. It keeps getting further south, honestly. It was up here when I looked at it last. Now it's down here. And this is going to last through about Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. And after that, we're going to have our heat surge to the east. And we're going to have a pretty dynamic heat wave before it seems like we're going to get hit with another cold blast potentially. Now, actually, current temperatures anomalies, we're actually in a heat wave currently. But this is going to change greatly as we head closer to the middle of the week, as we have some cooler air going to plunge into the northeast. And this is going to allow for some cooler temperatures up there. Most of us are still going to be in that heat wave until we have this area going to pour into the northern regions, Great Lakes, upper Midwest area. And as we head into Sunday, this is going to plunge to the south, bringing about 15 to 20 degrees below normal across a majority of the east. And this will be mostly out of the hair by Wednesday of next week. Maybe some lingering effects by Thursday. But we will have, seems like we might actually have locked in cool according to the GFS here. But we should have a heat wave continuing in the west before the GFS shows yet another cold wave dip down. So a lot of temperature swings here and is going to continue like this for a long time. Now, for this West Coast system, we're going to see a lot of precipitation. We're going to see, like I said last time, about 5 to 7 inches. Actually, I didn't say it last time. Sorry. 5 to 7 inches up here along a lot of the coast. Pacific Northwest, Northern California is going to get almost all that rain. And we're going to get our clipper over here to produce some more moisture. Now, actual temperatures over the next week or so. Today, we are up into the 60s, all the way up here into southern South Dakota and the southern Great Lakes area. We are pretty cool over here in the northeast as we have our system going to move out pretty quickly. And we're going to be pretty much not really freezing except for all the way out here and in the mountains. And we're going to be actually quite warm overnight, as we're going to have yet another warm day with some 80s trying to spread out. We have 60s pretty far to the north. And eventually, this is going to all collapse as we head into Sunday and Monday. We're going to have our biggest freeze yet, especially down here who haven't had their first freeze yet. Some people up here have already had some, but this is going to be a lot of people's first freeze as we head into early next week. And again, after that, it's a little undetermined what's going to happen. Now, here is our second model, which, again, here's our clipper. Not bringing as much snow, but I think it will have a decent, at least some snow up there in the northeast, especially in the higher elevations. And that is going to move out again by late Thursday, early Friday. And we're going to see our next storm that is going to produce severe weather in the Ohio Valley, in maybe some areas in the south as well. And after that, we're going to have this kind of clipper-like system that will eventually band up and produce some snow on a northwest end, and on a southeast end, it's going to be rain. And lake effect snow is going to be big, as we do have the cool going over the extremely warm lakes. This is one of the biggest months for lake effect snow. Usually November, December are the biggest months, so we're not too surprised that this is happening. That is all I have for you at this point. I will see you tomorrow or Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. This is WeatherX.